Is this side darker than this side? I kind of feel like it is. A 3, a 2, a 1. Hey guys, what is up? What's going on? It's your girl Ashley and welcome back to the channel. So today's video is going to be a holiday glam makeup look, which I'm pretty stoked about because you guys know Thanksgiving, it's in a couple weeks. Like honestly, if you guys want to roll up to Thanksgiving dinner, not looking like a snack, but a whole meal, then this is the look for you, honey. Minus the sweatshirt, because let's be real, I was too lazy and I didn't feel like changing. Definitely get a little bit more dressed up, get a little bit more festive. The best part about this video is that I did use all affordable products, so that way you guys could follow along and recreate this look at home. So I'm really hoping that you guys enjoy it, and if you guys like it, make sure to give this video a like, thumbs it up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell so that you guys are notified anytime I upload a new video, which is 3 times a week, every single week. I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and y'all don't want to miss out on that. So with that, I'm gonna cut the jibber jabber because we got a lot to get through. All right, you guys, so as you can see, my brows are done and my lids are already primed with a little bit of the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Medium 1 Custard. Now, I am well aware that this is not an affordable product, but you guys know my tried and true. It's what I love to use to prime my eyelids. I'm gonna start off with a Morphe M441, and I'm actually gonna be using this Morphe palette right here. This is the 35V Stunning Vibes palette. I haven't gotten around to playing with this or using this, so I'm really excited to give it a whirl. Today I really want to experiment with some color. I think I want to do more of like an emerald holiday look, if you get my drift. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of the shade called Go Nude, and I'm just going to lightly place a little bit of this in my crease, not too much, just a little bit. I'm also going to take some of that shadow and just lightly place it on my brow bone, and also just flick it outwards a little bit more. In the event that my eyeshadow goes up a little bit higher than I want, this shadow is going to act as a really nice base color for everything to blend on top of. I'm gonna pick the shade called Turned On, and I'm going to rock this into my crease to act as my transitional color, and I am using a relatively light hand, and I'm just slowly building this color up in the crease. And again, this is going to be my transitional shade, so it's not meant to be super dark or anything like that. It's meant to be a really nice, pretty wash of color. So while I have you guys here, I wanted to thank you guys for all the love you guys are showing my new liquid lipstick collaboration with COLLAB Makeup. If you guys didn't know, my new custom Matte Addiction liquid lip did launch on November the 1st of this month, and so many of you guys have been tweeting me pictures, tagging me over on Instagram, and I'm honestly filled with so much love. Honestly, I can't tell you how happy I've been these past few days. Like, the amount of love and support I'm getting for this liquid lipstick is out of this world. So thank you guys so freaking much. It is only available right now in Sally Beauty stores, so I don't have a direct link or anything like that to link in the description box, so you can't purchase it online, unfortunately. But when it does drop on their website, I will definitely be the first to let you guys know on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. So picking up a little bit of the shade called In the Zone on an M321, I'm gonna start by packing this shadow right here on the very outer edge of the eye, and I am just patting it for right now, and then I'll go in and buff and blend it out here in a second. But I really want to build this shadow up to its full intensity, so I'm doing a little pat. Y'all, why do I make everything a song? I really do. I have a problem. I need to stop. I'm sure it's annoying. I will admit I am quite annoying, but it's okay. I love myself, and I know there are some of you guys out there who love me too. I'm taking the shadow also in the very inner part of the eye. Didn't think I was gonna do that, but we're gonna go with it. This is a pretty color. Let me just say that. Super pretty. Whoa. That looks a little ridiculous, but I'm gonna take the M433 and kind of just soften it right in there, because that got crazy really quick. So going back into an M433, I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of the shade called In the Zone, and I'm gonna start rocking it right here into the crease in the outer portion of the lid. Again, I'm only putting it into the crease. I'm not blending it above the transitional shade, so I'm trying to keep this very, very low in the crease. And then I'm just going to kind of take my brush and flick it inwards a little bit. Now I am essentially keeping this brush in the crease. I'm not taking it above that transitional color. So you really want to keep this shadow low in the crease. And then just take your brush and jiggle it side to side. Side to side, just so that way you have a very nice blend. I'm also going to just rock this entire product in the crease to kind of just close off this halo that I had going on, because essentially I don't think I'm going to do a halo, but I really just want this color to define out the crease. And I am really just taking my time with this. I'm going in with a little bit of product at once because, again, it's not a race. It's better to start off with a little bit of product than it is to start off with a bunch of product, because let me tell you, when you go in with too much product, it's a bitch to blend out. I've been there, I've done that a million times, and it's not fun. So that is why I like to go in with a little bit of product at a time. Then with an M507, I'm just going to lightly buff out the edges right here, just so that way everything just blends a little bit better. I was getting some harsh edges, and this brush right here, since it is such a small, precise, like fluffy brush, I like to use it for precision blending, which is why I'm just taking it right alongside of the shade that I built up in the crease to give it more of a softer, diffused, and blended look. The next shade I'm going to take in the palette is called Ride or Die, and I am going to spray that brush with a little bit of Fix Plus, and I'm going to pat this all over the lid. This is such a beautiful shade. Do you guys see how stunning? I'm just taking it from outer to inner corner. Ooh, girlfriend. I am so obsessed with the way that this looks. Trust me when I tell you, if you guys can't trust the process of doing your eye makeup, like this looks bad. This looks busted, but when I go in with my lid shade, everything just starts coming together, and then you can go in with clean brushes, buff out the edges and things like that. Literally trust the process. There's so many times where I do my makeup and I'm like, that shit looks bad, like really bad, and I want to take it off, but I have to remember that it is a process, and sometimes it'll look bad in the beginning, but as you keep going, everything eventually comes together. It always does. I can most definitely say that that was one of the biggest things I struggled with when I was first getting into makeup. I really wanted everything to look perfect from the very beginning. Like I wanted it to blend so beautifully, so well in the beginning, but honestly, that's just not realistic. Like, eventually you can get it to look how you want it to look as you keep going and adding colors and things like that, but for it to look perfect from the beginning to the end, girl, that's a fantasy. I do want to go in with gel eyeliner. This is the Maybelline EyeStudio gel liner in the shade Blackest Black. The brush I'm using for my liner today is my MAC 242 brush. Fun fact, I thought I lost this, which is why I was using like a completely different brush in some of my previous videos, but I found it. She was just hiding like in the cup with all my other brushes. Anyways, what I'm doing here is I'm just creating an intense cat eye wing, and of course I do like to create the line on my lid first, so I'm just going back and forth and really building up this liner, because I'm not gonna lie, it's a little difficult to cover up this pigment I laid on my lid, but we can make it work. We just have to go in a few times. So now that I have the general shape of my liner done, I'm gonna go in with a shade called Little Black Book, and I'm just going to take this shadow and pat it directly over top of that gel eyeliner to ensure that it is extremely black. This is a little trick I like to do, especially if I'm putting like gel liner or something directly over top of a foiled eyeshadow. Sometimes I find that the gel can mix in with the shadow and it could leave a shiny liner. You guys know I don't like shiny eyeliner, so I am just going to set it down with a matte black shadow. I'm even going to go as far as taking the M507 and then just lightly feathering the outer edge of the liner for more of a smoky effect. This definitely is going to make it like a little bit more dramatic. Honestly, I don't mind. I'm an all or nothing type of gal, but definitely do what fits you. So I'm just going to clean up this edge right here with the makeup wipe. Okay, so I'm definitely going to take a break from the eyes. I'm going to go in with this by CoverGirl. This is the Trublend Base Business Skin Primer. It is a skin smoothing primer. What I love about it is that it feels so nice on the skin. It definitely is a spot on dupe for the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer in Light. Like literally same consistency, same everything. It is one of my absolute faves. So I'm really just working this into the skin, and I like to put it all over just because I feel like not only does it smooth the skin, but it hydrates my skin at the same time. you get me. So we're gonna move on to foundation. I'm going for full on coverage today. I'm gonna use the Maybelline SuperStay 24-hour wear full coverage foundation, and I am in the shade 128 warm nude. This oxidizes like 2 to 3 shades. I'm not even exaggerating. It oxidizes a lot. Like the first time I wore this foundation, I got my regular shade, which is 220, and oh my God, at the end of the night, your girl looked like the Oompa Loompa. I really did. So definitely go down a shade. Y'all see this little pimple I have right here? Huda Beauty? Was it you? I sure hope not. I was reading the comments and someone told me that they got full-blown acne from wearing the Huda Beauty foundation, and I started to immediately freak out because you guys know I do have very acne-prone skin. I've struggled with cystic acne for majority of my adult life and it kind of sucks, to be honest. So I started to panic a little. So what I'm doing now is I'm just taking a little bit of my Pixie Peach concealer and I'm putting it directly underneath my eye to cancel out the blues and the greens. If you do struggle with dark circles, I feel like this is really, really amazing. It definitely is a dupe for the Becca one that retails for about $30. This one is half the price, which I love. Moving on, I'm gonna go in with actual concealer today, and I am gonna use the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer in the shade Light. You guys know how much I love this concealer. I literally can't put it down. It has been my favorite go-to concealer. So I'm just taking some of this, and sometimes I'll say, oh, I'm taking a little bit of concealer, but realistically speaking, we know I'm gonna go ham. This is a full coverage look. Apply however little, however much you need to feel comfortable. And that's what this is all about. We don't judge here. Do what you do, girl. Do what you do. I'm just taking that same Eco Tools sponge to really buff out the concealer. I'm also going to take this concealer alongside the sides of my nose. There is somewhat of a harsh line right here, so I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and just lighten it up, kind of like blending it out, just so that way it just blends in with the concealer a little bit better. Now I completely ran out of my COLLAB Ultra Fine Set the Stage Loose Setting Powder in the shade Porcelain Ivory, so I am going to go in with this by number 7. This is the perfect light loose powder. I do really like this powder underneath the eyes. It doesn't get crepey or anything like that, so I'm just going to pat right here like so, and then pick up a little bit of the powder and press it to set the under eye in place. And I'm not baking with it, so I'm not going to leave it here underneath the eyes. I'm really just pressing this powder into the skin until you see it completely disappear. Then I'm going to just take a little bit of that powder and set down the forehead and my nose area. I do like to set my nose area and right down my T-zone with translucent powder, because honestly, this is an area in my face that tends to get super oily throughout the day. So if I don't double powder, meaning if I don't go in with a loose powder and then a pressed powder, I would just get oily and it won't be a good look. Granted, this foundation is extremely matte. I'm just taking safety precautions here. So if you guys struggle with an oily T-zone, try to double powder with a little bit of loose translucent powder and then your pressed powder and see if that helps. The pressed powder I'm using today is by Milani. This is the Conceal and Perfect Shine Proof Powder in the shade Natural 04. I'm going to take it on a Kokie 618 brush. Everyone always asks me where they can get this brush, and you can get it at Walmart. I also heard that you can buy Kokie at Rite Aid now. I honestly wouldn't know. We do not have Rite Aid in Florida. I want to say that is just like a New York kind of thing, or it could be elsewhere, but I've only ever seen it in New York. Bronzer. We're gonna bronze the skin with another number 7 product. This is the number 7 bronzer in the shade Caramel. I have been loving this bronzer. I really love the warmth of it. It's not too warm, but it's also not too cool either. And I'm gonna use this to bronze up the skin, add some warmth, and just add a little bit more color, because I kind of lost some of that when I put on my mask, so we need to bring it back. I'm actually going to go in with my powder brush and tone down the bronzer on my forehead, because that's what happens. You get to talking and then you just look crazy. But I'm going to go in with the loose powder by number 7 one more time, and I'm going to use this to clean up my bronzer right here. Just going to slide the powder right underneath. That's how you slide a die. Anyways, I do have a new palette that I picked up from Ulta. This is by LA Girl. This is the 6 color highlighter palette. I'm pretty excited to actually give this a whirl, give it a go. I'm gonna use a shade called Pure, and the brush I'm using to highlight today is an A22. Ooh, that is pretty. I see you, LA Girl. I see. For blush, I'm going to throw it back with the Milani Luminoso blush. You guys know this is one of my faves, and I love it because it is a peachy coral blush that I think is going to look amazing with this look. So I'm going to smile, and I'm really going to focus a lot of the blush on the apples of my cheeks and then buff it back into my hairline. In some of my recent videos, I have been skipping over my lower lash line, but a lot of you guys surprisingly like it when I do my lower lash line. So I'm going to pick up the shade called Turned On, and I'm just going to run this alongside my lower lash line to connect it right up here with the liner. Lastly, I'm going to pick up the shade called In the Zone, which is actually the shade I have right here in the crease, and I'm just going to push this closest to the lash line and nothing more. I just want the shadow to sit really, really, really close to that lash line. What I'm doing right now is I'm just popping on a little bit of mascara because I am going to toss on some falsies. Obviously, my liner, super dramatic, definitely calls for a dramatic pair of false lashes. So I'm just going to pop on mascara, pop on falsies, and then I will be right back.
Eventually.
So I went ahead and popped on lashes. I actually did my hair while I was at it because actually my camera battery died. So I was like, why not? Let it charge, do my hair, finish getting ready. Anyways, I also popped in a nude liner in my waterline right here just to give my eyes a little bit more of a pop. I love this nude liner by Rimmel. This is one of their Exaggerate waterproof eye definer liners, and let me tell you, they are bomb.com. I love the nude one, and I also love the one in black. Now, I'm gonna take this look a step further, and instead of leaving the eyes how they are, I do want to add just a pop, like a subtle pop. So I'm going to go in with this metallic liquid liner by Maybelline. This is the Master Precise Ink metallic liquid liner in the shade Solar Gold. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put it right in between where the green and the warm tone brown meet to kind of like cut the crease. Now this is going to give you a completely different look. So if you like how it is right now, just keep it the way it is. But again, I'm hella extra. Like, I know it's Thanksgiving Day, but like, why not? You know, like, look how extra it just made the look. Like, girl, you need to do this. Like, do not skip it. Go get this and do it, okay? I'm going to finish the look off with a liquid lip. This is the Maybelline SuperStay Matte Ink in the shade 70 Amazonian. The last and final thing I have to do is set my face with a little bit of the COLLAB Grand Finale 3-in-1 Hydrating Setting Mist. You guys, the mist on this, hella fine. It is not a water hose. It is going to mist your face in the best way possible. Y'all need to pick this up. Hands down, best setting spray. Let me just say that. Woo! And we're done. That moment when I zoom out and you realize the video's about to end, yeah. That's that moment right now, but I'm really hoping that you guys enjoyed this video. This is my take on a holiday glam makeup look for Thanksgiving. It's a little extra with the metallic liquid liner in the crease, but it's also still a little bit festive. Definitely tweak this to fit your own personal style, and also let me know what other holiday glam makeup looks you guys want me to do down below in the comments. In fact, let me know which palette you guys want me to use to create my next holiday glam makeup look, because I think that would be super fun. And subscribe if you guys haven't already. Click the bell. Y'all know the deets. Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, 6 p.m. are my uploading days and times. And with that, I love you. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I'll be sure to catch you guys all on the next one. Deuces! Congratulations, you made it to the outro of the outro. Honestly, where I do absolutely nothing except just talk more and more and more. It's like I talk the whole video. Why do I need to sit here and talk more? You guys let me know. Like, I don't know, but one thing I know is that I have other videos right over here that I know you guys are going to love. If you like this video, you're really gonna like those. And also while you're at it, press that subscribe button right over there.